This is the Big O Show. 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 This is the Big O Show.
Sports fans love a place with great food, cold drinks, and TVs everywhere. That's why sports fans love Sports Grill and their 7 amazing locations. Check out the Bird Road location at 11481 Southwest 40th Street in the back corner of the West Bird Shopping Center. Sports Grill is also now offering some great employment opportunities. All kinds of positions are now available from kitchen to hosting. Call for more information at 305-485-8845. From wraps to salads to amazingly delicious specialty dishes, Sports Grill is the home to the legendary special grilled wings. Since 1987, Sports Grill, good food, good drink, and good friends.
It's the Big O Show. You tuned in to the hottest sports radio.
When you need your warehouse looking good while staying efficient, there's only one place to find the finest racks in the business. Pallet Rack City in Hialeah. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547. Pallet Rack City is the company you need when you want your warehouse sporting the finest racks in the business. After all, who doesn't love a great rack? Pallet Rack City. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547.
Orlando, a.k.a. the Big O. He covers all the South Florida teams.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
Dolphins to the heat, well, you know what I mean. Monday to Friday, lollipop blow in the...
There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchased with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing that personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
Show on the radio, the top's where we gonna go, Miami, that's the way we roll.
Folks, you can support the hardest working sports talk show in South Florida through Cash App or Venmo. Just search Cash Big O Show. Support us through Cash App or Venmo. Cash Big O Show. We thank you for your incredible support.
On the morning show, Big O, no one has a similar show. Talk sports, talk plays, talk...
If you're a Miami sports fan, then there's only one store to go to, and that's Caneswear at Miami Fanwear in Davie. They're your one-stop shop for all your inner Miami CF, Canes, Dolphins, Panthers, and Marlins merchandise. They have hats, t-shirts, game day jerseys, and so much more. Located at 2511 South University Drive in Davie, and open 24/7 online at caneswear.com or innermiamiwear.com. Call them at 954-835-5597. Caneswear, the spot where inner Miami and all Miami sports fans shop.
live and direct, because nobody do it better than Big O in the set. From sunrise, listen live.
When you're ready to purchase a new home or refinance the one you have, American Dream Lending will make sure your loan experience is easy with fast approvals and quick closings. With many loan programs and competitive rates, now is the time to turn your dreams into reality. Ask about special financing for veterans. They never charge an application fee and you will work directly with one of their experienced loan professionals. Stop dreaming and contact American Dream Lending today. 786-802-1727 or online at adreamlending.com. The viewpoint statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyAccess.com, Media Group Inc., ownership, management, sponsors, or website.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Alrighty. It's a beautiful Sunday, baby. We are ready to rock. We are ready to roll from Sports Grill on Bird Road. Yes, sir. Come on out, baby. 114th and Bird Road, 11481 Southwest 40th Street, right off of the Turnpike. Sean Stanley is by my side. We are getting ready for a little Dolphins and Jets, and we'll see if we can make it. You know, we're undefeated here at Bird Road. So come on out to Sports Grill. Let's load it up. Let's have some fun. Let's cheer on the Fins. Let's crush these stinking Jets. Let's make it 3 in a row, man. Let's do it. By the way, congratulations last night to the Florida Panthers. Nice win against the Wild. As it got wild at the end. They scored 3 goals in that third period. But they hung on for the 5-4 win. Congratulations to the Hurricanes. They defeated Vatek 38-26 in their final home game in Manny Diaz's career and for some of the seniors. The Wizards, unfortunately, came back and stormed back, and Miami had a 10-point lead. Unfortunately, they lost to the Wizards. Wizards, you got to give them credit. They played the D. They made the shots. Miami did not shoot well from 3. Duncan got injured, so they end up 103-100. A lot of things in that game to talk about. We'll get into that tomorrow on the show, of course. But I'm a big crypto guy. Which, by the way, Crow is at 68 cents this morning, up like 27% or something. Just absolutely stupid. So I mean, the fact that Crow is at 68 cents right now and climbing. Now I'm thinking like Crow will be at $1 by the end of December now, which I didn't even think it would get there. I thought maybe, 40, 50 cents, because I thought it was a slow grower. But wow, this thing has gone parabolic. But yesterday, Sean, we talk a lot about crypto on the show, right? So on the Hard Rock app, I did a crypto betting deal on it. And I didn't know you can do this. I didn't figure on doing it until last night. Like, I figured out, okay, I can do this. I do this in crypto all the time. And so when there's a dip in the crypto market, what do I always say? If you like the coin, buy the effing dip, right? BTFD. I always say buy the effing dip, right? And those of you that have done that on certain coins that we've talked about, you're making a lot more money, right? So when there was a little dip, I would buy a little more Crow. I would buy a little more VeChain. I'd buy a little more Polygon. And, any chance I get to load up on the Polygon, I'm loading up on the Polygon. CKB, remember, it went down. I bought more. So one of the things I do, which, okay, you can't do perfect on this. You can't time it perfectly. But let's say a coin is going down, and I'm going to show you what to do betting-wise for sports, okay? Hang in there, okay? Because this is going to be really interesting, what I'm about to teach you right now, okay? Now, again, do your own homework. Do it at your own risk, because when you bet on sports, just like if you're investing in the stock market, investing in the real estate market, investing in crypto, there is risk for losing, as always, right? Even in your 401k, it could go down, right? Drastically at times, right? So here we go. So normally, like, I see a dip, right? And as I see it dipping, like, let's put it this way. Let's say Crow is dipping, right? And it's right now in the middle of a 10% dip. So guess what? I'll buy 10 coins at the 10%. And then I'll see that it dips 15%. You know what I'll buy? I'll buy 20 coins. And then I see it dip 20%. I'll buy 40 coins. And I'll keep doubling every time it dips until I run out of money that I don't have anymore. And then I hope I nailed the dip. If not, it keeps dipping. And what are you going to do after that? You just got to stay still, hang on, and then wait till it all bounces back. And then you'll start making all your money back and more, obviously, right? So I go on the Hard Rock Sports app last night. I took Virginia Tech minus 7.5. How did that go? How'd that go? Lost by 12. I lost, right? So in the middle of the game, the Canes take the lead. The line fluctuates like a stock market. Minus 10.5. I bet double on Virginia Tech at minus 10.5. How'd that go? Not good. Line drops again on the Hard Rock Sportsbook app. Minus 12.5. I double that. How'd that work out? That worked out, huh? Drops again. 14.5. I double that. How'd that work out? Drops again to 16.5. I double that. How'd that work out? Dude, it dropped to 18.5. And my wife goes, "Are you sure you're going to keep?" And it was women are conservative human beings normally. Men are risk takers. And so I held off on the 18.5. But I made a killing yesterday on the game. And I didn't realize, that what I do in crypto, I can do in sports gambling. So if I have conviction in a bet, because I have conviction that Manny Diaz's teams will always screw things up, will always open the door, and sure enough, they did. And they won. And I lost 2 of my bets, but I won the other 3. So I ended up making, a nice chunk of change yesterday on the game. So if you're looking at the sportsbook, at the Hard Rock Sportsbook app, leave it open live and watch the line, because you might end up getting a bigger and bigger bargain and bigger bargain and bigger bargain. And I'm like, you're going to keep giving me points. And let me tell you something. Last night, there were a couple times that I woke up in the middle of the night going, why didn't I take the 18.5? Go with your gut, go with your gut. Don't listen to your wife or girlfriend, man. They're not gonna... If your gut tells you do it, man. Once you start second guessing your gut, it usually you fail. If you start hemming and hawing and you start waffling and all, well, there's no waffling. Conviction. Okay, you did your homework. You feel good about it. You got conviction. Don't second guess it. And yesterday I was an idiot at 18.5. I had to take that. So just a little tip, hey, Sean, do we not make money for folks out here? We've given you probably some of the best crypto advice on the planet. You're all making money on crypto over the last 8 months that we've been talking crypto, right? Did we not give them a OK coin opportunity to win, split $100 of Bitcoin? They get 50-50, right? Do we not give you the opportunity also at crypto.com to pick up another 25, right? And now this with the Hard Rock app. And I'm just looking out for all of you out there. I'm just trying to help you all out there make a little money. I'm the one that tells you that if you have a savings account, forget about it, man. Open a crypto.com account, put it into USDC coin, and make 10% on the money you're sitting in your savings account. It's backed by the US dollar. Boom. And by the way, if you get a crypto DeFi wallet, 15%, 15.4% on your USDC coin. Did we not tell him to get Miami coin and get 430% interest? Did we not do that? And now it's at 280%. I'm just saying, we are giving you guys and ladies out there so many different ways to make a little extra money in your life, man. Damn, that is, we're on a roll, baby. We're on a roll. Just saying. Big O, what crypto you in, man? I got SHIB and Mana. Yes, I've got a little SHIB. I've had Mana forever. Mana, you name it, I've had a whole bunch. If you listen to the show, my man, you can go listen to everything. But I'm in Bitcoin, Ethereum, VeChain, Crow, you name it. I got all kinds of coins, my man. All kinds. Engine, you name it. Engine's gonna so explode. Heyo, me and my son went to the Canes game and had a blast. We stopped in over at Caneswear and grabbed some swag too. Made sure to let them know that we came there for you and only you. Thank you, love you, bud. Thank you, the Finns tailgate. That is awesome, and that is very nice of you. That's very important. When you come to Sports Grill, you call Pallet Rack City because your warehouse needs racks. Make sure you tell them that it's our show that sent you, man. You know what I'm saying? Very important. American Dream Lending. You need a mortgage. You want to get out of debt. You want to pay some of those credit cards. You want to use some of that, equity you have in your home. When you call American Dream Lending, you got to tell them that we sent you. It's very, very important. You go to Acura Pembroke Pines. You buy or lease a vehicle there or a pre-owned vehicle. You tell them, hey, we sent you. That is very, very important, folks. Very important. Okay? So thank you out there. Tua over 1.5 TDs looks like an easy money on DraftKings. I did lay the points, by the way. I laid the 3.5. I got faith in the Dolphins today. I put a little money on the Dolphins. Let's see. Laughing my ass off says the Blimps are making an old lineman change. They're replacing a guy with the name of Rotten. You can't make stuff up. Blimps. Huh? Oh, he's talking about the Jets is the Blimps. Okay. All right. T. Jones says, do you have a beginner's manual for crypto? There's really no beginner's manual. It's, we talk, dude, there's a lot of segments on our podcast on crypto. A lot. How many have you made, Sean, in the last month? How many segments? In the last month, I say you've done 30, easy. Just last week we put up 20? Wow. Okay, so there's like 80 segments of crypto. I didn't even realize I've talked that much crypto. So there's like 80 segments over the last month, man. You want an education? I think again, I'm not no Jedi master. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a dude that loves crypto. And yeah, I study it a lot, but I'm just saying you have to still do your own homework with all of that, okay?
The last 2 weeks on the podcast, audio podcast, we have a best of Saturday and Sunday edition
of Crypto
Talk. Yes.
Wow. Look at that. So there you go. And it gets a lot of downloads, right? The crypto downloads they're getting a lot of downloads. So anyway, the crypto attack to sports. So today I got to pick a game or two that I really like, and I'm going to try to do the same thing I did yesterday with the Heat game. It may not be the same way with football like it is, but with basketball, how it really changes like a stock market, man. It was pretty cool. It was a way of, like, again, you have to have conviction about the game. You know what I mean? And I kind of felt that they weren't going to necessarily, win by 25 points in that game, that they would keep it close somehow. And so as long as you kept giving me more and more points, I was going to keep taking it. But I did regret not taking the 18.5. That one, I should have taken that one. That would have really added a little more juice to the bag. All right. The man, the myth, the legend that is Joe Shad is going to join us. Let's get ready for the American Dream Lending Miami Dolphins Insider Report.
Dolphins fans, buckle up. It's time for the American Dream Lending Miami Dolphins Report with Joe Shad. When you're ready to purchase a new home or refinance the one you have, American Dream Lending will make sure your loan experience is easy. With fast approvals and quick closings. Call them at 786-802-1727 or online at adreamlending.com. Here's Joe Shad with today's edition of the American Dream Lending Report.
Is in New York, hanging out with the family, gonna do a little game action. How is the family, Joe? How was the hangout with the family?
Everyone's doing well, Big O. Thanks for asking. It was a great time last night. We had a little early Christmas.
I like it, man. That is good, man. That is absolutely awesome to have a little family time. By the way, when are they going to punk out and move down to South Florida like every other New Yorker does? Come on, let's go. We know we're the sixth borough. When are they giving in and saying enough with the cold, Joe? When's that going to happen?
My parents think that it's too hot. So they're not coming.
So they're not moving, okay. Do they live in the city or do they live in the suburbs?
Long Island. I grew up in Queens.
Okay.
I grew up in Queens, but when I was like 18 or so, we moved out to the suburbs.
Okay. All right. I have cousins in Deer Park. Okay.
My uncle has a restaurant in Deer Park. I guarantee you at least one of the people watching right now has a connection to Deer Park, Long Island. That's what it's like with South Florida and New York.
I want to say it was like 79, maybe 80. I don't know. I go there. And I see this thing called cable. And I was like, oh, my God. You know what I mean? We got it in Hialeah, actually, because my dad lived in Hialeah. Hialeah had cable before everybody else in South Florida.
Illegal, I'm sure.
No. Legal.
Oh, okay.
Cable was legal in Hialeah before it was in Miami. I think it was first in Dade County, was in Hialeah pretty much. It was like weird. But anyway, even years before that, I had seen it in New York, and I saw it in Deer Park, Rhode Island. It was my cousins in Passaic, Long Island. My cousins in Passaic didn't have it. My cousins in Monticello didn't have it, but my cousins in Deer Park had it. You know what I mean? And so when we walked, I was like, oh my God, you have all these channels, and it was just absolutely amazing, man.
We couldn't afford cable, so I used to listen to the Knicks and Rangers games on my radio headset underneath the covers. My parents would tell me to go to sleep.
Right. Yeah, that's classic, man. That is awesome. Joe, what's for you? What kicked in for this defense the last 2 weeks? Why is it that we're seeing the defense we saw parts of it at the end of the first season, and then obviously all throughout the second season?
Just a return to the aggressive attacking nature. I think Byron Jones and Xavier Howard are feeling a little better physically. That allows the Dolphins to leave them on an island and use Brandon Jones and Javon Holland in a blitzing role. They've been able to really take advantage of Tyrod Taylor and Lamar Jackson. I think part of the reason the Jets are starting Joe Flacco today is that they think he'll limit sacks, limit turnovers. But I don't know. It's a close call between Zach Wilson and Joe Flacco about who's more prone to turn the ball over 4 times.
Yeah, or Mike White, obviously, because he had but I mean, the poor kid played against Buffalo. You know what I mean? It's just everybody plays crappy again. Omar had that with the whole thing. Well, Tua didn't play well against Buffalo, and then I read him all the stats of everybody that plays against Buffalo, and everybody struggles against Buffalo. It doesn't matter if you're Pat Mahomes or if you're Mike White or if you're Tua. So I think it's kind of unfair for the kid, although I would like Mike White to start, because I would rather have a youngin facing that defense and getting confused and forcing him into mistakes. But it sounds like you kind of disagree with that whole thing, that with Flacco it'll be less mistakes. And I kind of feel the same way. I don't know if you do feel that way, but I'm kind of, at least that's kind of the body language I read from you. As slow and as stiff as he is back there, I think he's going to be prone to make mistakes if the Dolphins are blitzing him and attacking him from all kinds of angles.
Yeah, I mean, I said to Jerome Baker this week, have you faced Joe Flacco? And the guy next to me is like, yeah, they like dominated him last year, maybe even shut him out.
Yeah.
So it's not like Flacco has had a ton of success against the Dolphins. I mean, look, as bad as the Dolphins have been, the Jets have been worse. And this is obviously a must-win situation. It's a game we believe the Dolphins will win, a game the Dolphins should win, a game the Dolphins expect to win. There's no reason they can't get on a little roll here. And they had a little extra time to rest. Tua's finger looked totally fine in practice last week. His ribs are feeling a little better, if not great. So, no excuses. Let's see an improved offensive performance today.
Duke Johnson got elevated from the practice squad. I read a note that Alan Poupart wrote that said he feels that means they may be passing more to the backs. And we did see earlier in the season when they used Gaskins a lot. What did he catch? Like 10 passes in one game or something ridiculous like that. Can you see some of that going on in the swirling winds of the Meadowlands?
Yeah, I mean, you would think that the Dolphins didn't activate Duke Johnson not to play him, and you haven't seen a lot of Savon Ahmed. You've seen almost as much Patrick Laird. So, when the Dolphins signed Duke Johnson, they probably said, listen, learn the playbook. I'm going to give you a chance to play. So this is apparently his chance to play. Myles Gaskin, I think he's fine as an NFL running back. I just don't think that, he's the answer as the long-term number one running back, and neither is Duke Johnson for that matter. But the Dolphins at least believe that Duke Johnson, has something left in his legs. And let's see it. It's interesting to get some fresh blood in there because the Dolphins running game has been so poor, worse than the NFL. And it's not just on the running backs, but I kind of thought maybe Jared Dokes. But, I'm okay with giving Duke Johnson a shot. And, I'd like to see Hunter Long in there at some point here. We'll see.
Something that Flo has kind of, he has shown his cards in the first couple of years. If you're young and he doesn't trust you yet, he doesn't put you out there. And if he does put you out there, you're going to have a very short leash and he's going to pull you in a way. And maybe that's where we're at right now with Dokes. And maybe that's why Duke is getting elevated, because he's a veteran, been there, done it, all that kind of stuff. So they kind of feel that they can count on him a little bit more. Maybe Jared Dokes isn't, consistent enough in picking up the blitz or something along those lines. And the last thing you want is to get Tua injured again.
Yeah, I remember during the preseason, the Dolphins coaches were saying that they thought that Jared Dokes could be even tougher. And I'm like, wow, this guy's bread and butter was supposed to be toughness. So if you're not, tough and physical and maybe a little because of apprehension about not knowing exactly what you're supposed to do, that could certainly play a factor.
Keys for you in this game? If we had, I know that it's hard to play the X's and O's game with inconsistent teams, but there's been some consistency here in the last couple of weeks. So from what you've seen from this Dolphin team, what are the keys for you?
Turnovers. As long as the Dolphins don't have two more turnovers than the Jets, they win today. The only chance the Jets have is if Duke Johnson, Tua Tagovailoa, Jalen Waddle, these guys, Adam Shaheen, if these guys, for some reason, Myles Gaskin cough the ball up, or if Tua makes a couple of really poor decisions, and we're coming out of this game saying, man, this is just further evidence that Tua is not the man. That's a disaster scenario for the Dolphins. As long as they avoid that, because I think they're going to create at least one or two turnovers today against the Jets, I think they're fine.
So you were terrible the last time we asked you this. Receiving yards, props this week. By the way, the line is up to 4 now. Money's coming in on the Dolphins. It went from 3.5 to 4. Jalen Waddle, over and under 60.5 yards.
That's a close one. I mean, that's the right spot. Obviously Waddle is among the league leaders in catches, but shockingly, he's had only 3 catches beyond 20 yards, and none of his 3 touchdowns have been for further than 6 yards. So I don't know when it's going to happen. I keep predicting it's going to happen because Waddle's the kind of player that can get that on one catch. So I would go over, because I will continue to believe that at some point Waddle is going to take a slant and go 69 yards. So I will predict that happens today.
The one I do like, over and under Mike Gesicki, and I like the over, 52.5 yards. The Jets secondary is terrible. Their safeties are horrible. I can see Gesicki having a field day in this game. What do you think?
I don't have the best connection here in the MetLife parking lot, so I didn't hear exactly what you said.
52 and a half.
In case I
52 and a half, over and under Gesicki.
I go over on Gesicki because he had 0 catches last week, and I think the Dolphins are going to try to get him involved.
Okay. Tua Tagovailoa, over under 253.5 yards.
I wouldn't touch that one. It's too dicey either way. I mean, between 240 and 260 is where he's probably going to be.
All right. Joe Flacco, over and under 228.5 yards. I like the under on that one.
Which guy?
Flacco, 228.5, over and under. Oh, we dropped him. We lost him. We got to get him back here to wrap it up. I kind of like the under on the Flacco one, right? 228.5. I think they're gonna go after him big time. All right, I think we got Joe back. Joe, what do you think about Joe Flacco? 228.5, over and under. I like the under.
My concern with that is Flacco picking up some soft yardage in the fourth quarter with the Jets trailing, 23-8 or something. I think the Dolphins do cover today, though, so I really like the Dolphins to cover. I wouldn't touch the passing yardage because I think you can be on the bad end of a bad bet in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and I don't think he'll be in the fourth quarter. I think they're going to thoroughly embarrass him, and they'll bring in Mike White, and then they'll embarrass him too in the process. I think that's what's going to end up happening. You got the boys winning today?
Yeah, Dolphins to win, Dolphins to cover. I don't think this one is in question at any point from the opening kick. I think it's Dolphins winning their third straight, Dolphins moving to 4-7, Dolphins creating hope that somehow this team might find a way to claw back to 7-7.
Are you seeing any improvement in your eyes on the offense now with Tua back?
I mean, the offense is better with Tua than it is with Jacoby Brissett. Anybody who questioned that has been disproven at this point. Look, I mean, let's see it. Let's see the deeper passes. Let's see the leadership. Let's see him playing through pain and discomfort. Let's see it. I'm excited to see it. I wish we were getting to see Zach Wilson today, but I'm glad that we are at least getting to see Tua. It makes things a little bit interesting.
Follow him on Twitter at Shad Joe. Catch his work at the Palm Beach Post. And, of course, you can catch him twice a week here with the American Dream Lending Miami Dolphins Weekly Insider Report. Joe, as always, thank you, my brother. Enjoy the game, and I'm glad you enjoyed the family too, my man.
Thanks, buddy. Good to see you. All right.
You got it. There you go. Love it. Joe Shad. Good stuff as always. I like it. I like the Dolphins today too. I'm with him. I'm with them on that one. I already took the Dolphins minus 3.5. Okay. No, I'm not. I don't do it the other way where now it's -4. I'm going to double that. No, that's not how it works. It's not to my advantage, just in case. It's got to go the other way. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be the Jets giving the Dolphins some points. Like, you know what happens? I'll give you a little tip. If the Jets, by some miracle, to start the game, take the kickoff, and they take a 7-0 lead, and then they lose 30-7. Okay, let's hope so. But at that moment that it's 7-0, you look at the app. The Jets will probably be giving the Dolphins points. And then guess who's doubling up then, baby? Yeah. So that's how you work this thing there called the Hard Rock app. I'm just saying. Just saying, I'm just trying to help. That's all. That's all I'm here to do. I'm just trying to help folks out there. Let's see. Stephen Harris says Howard was defensive player of the week last week. Really? It should be Holland. It doesn't matter. Whatever, bro. Holland's going to be here long term, and X-Man won't. Coinbase is a good place to learn crypto. Coinbase is where you actually, I would tell you go to OKCoin. It's the cheapest fees for buying coins. You're gonna spend a lot on Coinbase. They for me, crypto.com is the best. It's the best. There's so many ways to make money, whether it's staking, okay, watching your crypto grow on there. You've got a DeFi wallet. You've got a cold wallet. You've got everything there that you could possibly need if you need to shop for NFTs, whatever it is. And so I'm just telling you that you probably, I mean, Coinbase, it's easy to use, but that's what I love about OKCoin. OKCoin is really easy to use. It's got a good selection of coins. But crypto.com for me is one that's, I think that one gives you everything that you need. I think OKCoin is headed in that direction, doing a lot of the things that crypto.com does. And I love what they're doing at OKCoin, man. I really do. I think they're headed in the right direction as a cryptocurrency exchange. Yes, sir.
An update on another game in the NFL today. Ian Rappaport is reporting Lamar Jackson, questionable with an illness, is out versus the Bears. Tyler Huntley will get the start. So if you want to check maybe the lines on that, the Bears and the Ravens.
Yeah, Bears and the Ravens. Where's that at right now? Let's see. Bears, Ravens. By the way, that kid's always sick. What's up? I thought Lamar Jackson is the guy that sleeps a lot and all that stuff. Man, he gets sick a lot. He gets COVID a lot. He gets sick a lot.
Oh, the inactives are out.
Oh, yeah?
Ready?
And Greg Little's a part. Well, no, he's on the IR. He's in the IR. So who is it?
Noah Igbenogany.
Okay. Iggy?
Salvon Ahmed.
Oh, okay. That's why they activated
Darius Hodge.
Okay.
John Jenkins.
Okay.
One more. You going to guess him?
Devontae Parker.
No, Hunter Long.
Oh, Hunter Long. Oh, God. Yeah.
That's why I left him off.
Like I said, if you're young and he doesn't feel you're ready,
you're right.
He won't play you, bro. Even if it's his own guy from Boston College, he won't play him. You know what I mean? Now, I don't blame him if he doesn't feel the guy's ready. Maybe he really isn't ready, and so that makes a lot of sense, actually.
And especially with the three tight ends they have. I mean, you have Smythe, Shaheen, and Gesicki. So, I mean, it's almost the Noah in the cornerback spot. Why are you going to have him out there for when you can have someone else playing a spot you might need? Yeah,
I'm with you. I would go, by the way, back to that thing. OKCoin and Crypto.com would be the two that I would use. That's what I would use. That way you can get as many coins as possible. You have at least options. Better selection. Big O, you think Crow is still a good buy or wait for a dip? Man, you're talking to a person that bought Crow at, 10, 12 cents and 14 cents, and it's at 60 something cents now. But I told you that, buying it at a parabolic move when it was in the 47s and the 45s and now in the 50s and now it's in the 60s. So if you would have bought it in the 40s, you're still making money. All I can tell you is this. Okay, look, here's how I'm going to tell you. If you believe in the coin, and I believe in Crow big time, okay, I reinvested in Crow. I bought quite a bit when it was at 34 cents. And so I did good because now I've doubled that money now already. But here's what I would tell you. If you're going to buy Ethereum while it's parabolic, or Cardano, or Poly, or Crow, these are coins that I love. Okay, when there is a dip, don't panic and sell. Buy the dip and then wait. I always give the example. I bought Bitcoin at $50,000. 51, I think it was, something like that. and it was on its parabolic move to 64 a couple months back. And so I thought, okay, well, whatever. It's going to keep going. I'll buy it at 50, 51, whatever it was. And then it hit 64. And then all of a sudden, it went back all the way down to 28. And then you know what ended up happening? A lot of people panicked and they ended up selling. And they lost money because they kept thinking it was going to crash. And it didn't. It was a correction and a consolidation, and then it started to go back up again. You know what I did? I bought the 28, and I bought it at 30, and I bought it at 33, and I bought it at 34, and boom. And then it went back up, and it passed the 50 that I initially bought. So I was losing my ass on the 50, but I hung on to it. So if you buy a coin on a parabolic move, don't panic and sell it when it crashes. Hold on to it. It'll come. If you believe in the coin and it's a good coin, it's a good company, it's going to come back anyways, like Bitcoin did. It's going to come back because I know Bitcoin's going to go to 100, 200,000, 300,000. Eventually, it'll be $500,000. You know what I mean? With time. So like I've always told you guys with Bitcoin, you never sell Bitcoin. You hodl the Bitcoin, you hodl the Bitcoin, you hodl the Bitcoin, you hodl the Bitcoin. Okay? And I got a little Bitcoin just a week ago on this dip that when it went down to 55 or whatever it was, 53 or whatever it was, I bought a little bit just for the hell of it. It's what you do, man. It's what you do. So if you buy it on a parabolic move, like if you're going to get into Crow now, then hang on. Crow will go higher anyways. Eventually, Crow will go over $1. It'll go over $2 or $3. But you got to hang in there and you got to wait. Okay? And then you'll make your money. You'll make your profits. But that's all I tell you. If you're buying something that's good, like Solana went on a parabolic run. A lot of people got on it, and then it retracted. You don't panic and sell. You buy that dip, so now you'll get it even cheaper. And so now you're lowering your average price is what you're doing. So when you keep buying the dip, you're lowering your average price, so that way your profit margin becomes that much bigger when it does rebound. Okay? So that's what I would tell you. Do your homework. Javon Holland is parabolic. Oh, man, are you so good. You are so right. You know nothing about crypto, but you are right about Javon Holland, Scummy. The Dolphins are a crapshoot each week. The O-line holds everything back. Lots of it is coaching, too. Yes, we've been talking about that for several weeks now, Jimmy. David says, maybe long knee isn't 100% at this point. Who knows? I don't know about him having any injuries. They don't have him on any injured list or anything like that. They're just saying that he's been inactive every week, Hunter Long. It's not really about injuries, If we win, you need to continue to wear that badass hat for the rest of the season, Big O. Thomas, it's all about Sports Grill, not about me. We're 2-0 at Bird Road. Since we made the switch to Bird Road 2 weeks ago, we have won both games at Bird Road. So that's why I encourage you guys that live here locally, get your asses down here to Bird Road. Okay, Sports Grill and Bird Road. Let's have some fun, eat some great wings, drink some cold beers. Let's cheer on the Dolphins. Let's take down the stinking, sorry-ass, smelly-ass Jets, and let's have some fun. That's all. So all the credit goes to Sports Grill, not to me. Okay? Defense is starting to hit their stride. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Lisa says, fins up, fam. Let's extend this winning streak to another game. I like it. Jonathan Giese says Tua over 1.5 TDs. Looks like easy money. He likes that. By the way, folks, please smash the hell out of the like button. It is very, very important. Big O, I was going to go to Sports Grill today, but my mother took my car because hers broke down. Damn, Victor. Uber your ass over here. All right, listen, man, you got to take care of mom. So that's all. That's more important, Victor. Domi says you need to be at a collective high level to run this defense safely and effectively. Well, right now they look good, man. That's all I can tell you. Right now the Dolphins look really, really good right now. It is fun to see what's going on with that defense. And listen, I wake up with a pep in my step for today's game, Not just because they've won 2 in a row, not just because it's fun to watch this defense when it's playing like the way it's playing right now, but because Tua's playing. And now he's had 10 days to rest. So that's 10 more days of healing. And the therapy that they get for injuries isn't the therapy you and I get. They get the kind of treatment that actually helps them heal faster than we do. You know what I'm saying? And these guys were saying, the beat people were saying that his arm looked pretty good in practice. Omar went to the extreme of saying he was showing off how it looked and all that. And I'm glad. We want as healthy of a Tua as possible, and hopefully that's what we're going to get today. But for me personally, look, outside of, I know his injury history, that's the one thing that we can always question with the kid, and that's always going to be my concern with him, but not as a player. And I'm not the guy that worries about his arm, and I'm not the guy that worries about his height and all that kind of stuff. This kid has everything you need to be a star in this league and to be a franchise quarterback, but he needs the help. And hopefully today, as some of you have already mentioned on the text line, well, the problem we all know, it's the offensive line. And somehow or another, they've got to find a way to keep the kid clean, at least clean enough so he can make a few plays back there. That's all. And I do like that Duke Johnson is getting elevated in this game, because I've never really liked Duke as a running back, but I've always liked him as a pass catching back out of the backfield. He has developed into a really good player in that sense. What was the name of that kid for Detroit for a few years? He got traded recently, but he was a really good player with as a pass catcher out of the backfield. Never really a great running back. I forgot his name now. I remember a couple years back he caught an important touchdown against the Dolphins in a game. I forgot his damn name now. It was towards the end of a game. But it was just one of those deals where Duke is kind of in that form of player, the guy that you can really count on to catch the ball and make some plays out in the open field. And I think that's going to be, you saw Gaskin do it a month and a half ago, whatever it was. I would attack these guys the same way. Gesicki, I think, should have a field day in this game. I like the over. You know what? I didn't actually place the bet on the over for Gesicki. Let me do that right now. Huh? No, not Kerryon Johnson. No, he's older than Kerryon Johnson. He came in before Kerryon Johnson. I forgot his name. He's like the third down back. He was there for Theo Riddick. Thank you, Carlos. Yeah, somebody's always on top of it. That's it, Carlos. You know it, baby. Way to go, dude. Theo Riddick. That's kind of the way I look at Duke Johnson. Theo Riddick. Let's see, where are the player props? Let's go with passing yards and not passing yards, receiving yards. I went to rushing again. Damn it. There we go. Receiving yards. Gesicki over 52.5. I'm taking it, bro. I'm taking it. I like Gesicki today. Taking that one. Touchdowns, passing touchdowns. Let me see. You are right. Tua 1.5. That one's tough. I'll take Dolphins minus 3.5. It's at 4 now. And then I'm going to take. I took Gesicki over yardage on 52.5. Those are the two that I'm going with in this game. Ricardo Cuchiquian says, Big O. Hi, Big O. They're in Argentina supporting our Dolphins. Want to see Waddle on the outside. I want to see Waddle downfield if the offensive line could block. Inside, outside, it don't matter to me, bro. I think Waddle could remember their safety play is terrible, so Waddle could make plays up the middle. The problem is, man, if the O-line can't give Tua at least 3 seconds, give him the allotted 2.8 seconds to find a player. And see, Tua's not a slow reader of defenses. He deciphers it right away. He knows already. He's pretty good at pre-snap, actually, knowing what's going to be open already. Notice it. He looks at it, and it's a 3-step drop throw right away. It's 3 steps, plant, throw, without any hesitation whatsoever. So it's not like his radar is slow or anything like that. But I'm with you. I would love to see Waddle get downfield, and that's why you're saying on the outside. But my brother, if they don't block, Tua will be on his ass before Waddle can get downfield. It's just, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But they've got to find a way to give him just a couple of seconds, man. It's a real shame. Jeff Fernandez says, Big O, I would love to see Rambo in teal and orange next year. He performed pretty damn good in that wet game. Yeah, no, there's no doubt. There's no doubt. Charleston Rambo is a hell of a player. But I don't. He's young, right? Isn't he like a freshman or a sophomore or something like that, right? Oh, he's the transfer. It's the other kid that's a youngin. The whatever the one that other made that circus catch on the Romario or whatever. Is that the young kid? Is that what it is? Yeah, I think that's the young kid. Okay, so he's the transfer. Okay. Yeah, I like him, man. I like him. He's a player, man. Isn't Dokes more of a bruiser? Susie, if you look at his highlights, he's a big guy, but he also, the funny part was he struggled catching the ball, and you watch his highlights, he's making all these one-handed catches and stuff. So he has the ability. What was it? What?
You can make a highlight package look
I know
fantastic.
I know, but
you only take 35 seconds of plays.
But it does look fantastic. It's a couple minutes of him and a bunch of highlights.
A couple minutes over 4 years.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Go look at his highlight thing. There was all kinds of catches. I was like, wow, this guy can catch. And then he got here and he couldn't catch a cold.
See, we're used to this.
Only Lamar Jackson catches
draft
colds.
Somebody just because they ran through a wall?
Yes. Ray. So something like I forgot to get.
Ran through a wall and we said, that's tough. That's the guy we want.
I'm what is it? I'm a something. Woo! I forgot what was it. I forgot what did he scream out? Oh man, I remember that one. That was funny. I have that drop somewhere. I do have it. Big O, are you prepared to move into Sports Grill at the end of the season if the Dolphins keep winning? If the Dolphins win, I'm willing to do anything for the Dolphins to win, bro. Okay? It doesn't matter what it takes. I'll do anything for the Dolphins to win. I'll do anything for the Dolphins to win a Super Bowl. Anything, bro. Okay? I will give anything for the Dolphins to win a Super Bowl. God. It would be like orgasmic for the Dolphins to win a Super Bowl. That would be, outside of my daughter's birth and marrying my wife, probably the happiest day of my life. Outside of those two events. Okay? Seriously. I mean, I can't tell you what it would do for me personally as a guy that's, born and raised in this town and been a Dolphin fan since I can understand what football is all about, or even play a football game or touch a football, throw a football. I've been a Dolphin fan ever since. My dad was taking me to 7-Eleven and go get Norm Boulash, cups. So yeah, no, I do anything, man. Anything. Alan Medeiros, thank you. Thank you for a little love on the super chat. And remember, we got the links down below to Cash App and Venmo. If you want to make a donation, we get the 100% donation on that end. Here on YouTube, we only get 70% of it. 30% goes to YouTube. Cash App or Venmo, Cash Big O Show, Cash Big O Show, if you want to send it in. But Alan, thank you very much for a little love on the super chat. That is very, very nice of you. What else do we have going on? Oh, by the way, we also told everybody about Aaron Rodgers giving away $1 million in Bitcoin. And then we gave them this week that Cash App is giving away $2 million in Bitcoin and $1 million in stocks. So, I mean, how many opportunities have we given you guys to make a little extra jingle, baby? That's what it's all about. By the way, Alex Chiswick, do you know who Alex Chiswick is? Alex Chiswick is the CEO of OK Coins. Do you know who's going to join us Wednesday at noon on this program? The CEO of OK Coins, Alex Chiswick. So speaking of crypto, there you go, baby. There's our first crypto interview on the show, and we're getting the head honcho of OK Coins on with us. How about that?
That's amazing. Can I give some advice on fantasy football?
Oh, hell yeah.
You may want to go check your lineups.
Don't start Lamar.
Out right now so far, Alvin Kamara, Elijah Mitchell, Lamar Jackson, Allen Robinson, Marquise Brown. Those are some of the big names out. You may want to double check your teams.
Yeah, you may want to. Wow. Damn. Big O, would you switch teams for the Dolphins to win a Super Bowl? Well, that's just wrong. Why you got to be? Why you got to?
I think they're saying it's you.
Why you got to? No, because I was alive for Super Bowl, so no, it's not me. Okay, all right, so it's not me. All right, I was celebrating Super Bowls with my dad, high-fiving, not knowing what the hell I was really celebrating at 8 years old, but I was celebrating it. So it's definitely not me. Okay, somebody else might be bad luck, Schleprock. Derek, you a-hole. You want me to quit my Finns fandom? That's just wrong. You're evil, Derek. You're an evil person. He's kicking me out of the Finns fan club. All right, we're ready to go? All right, let's do it. All right, let's hey, listen, the lines are changing. Players are getting inactive, right? Lee Sterling, baby, in Paramount Sports gives us his picks. Next.
Sports fans love a place with great food, cold drinks, and TVs everywhere. That's why sports fans love Sports Grill and their 7 amazing locations. Check out the Bird Road location at 11481 Southwest 40th Street in the back corner of the West Bird Shopping Center. Sports Grill is also now offering some great employment opportunities. All kinds of positions are now available from kitchen to hosting. Call for more information at 305-485-8845. From wraps to salads to amazingly delicious specialty dishes, Sports Grill is the home to the legendary special grilled wings. Since 1987, Sports Grill, good food, good drink, and good friends.
All right, there he is, the man, the myth, the legend that is Lee Sterling, baby. Paramount Sports, ParamountSports.com. Go on Twitter at Paramount Sports. There he is. He's got his mashup shirt and everything. He's ready to go. And remember, folks, hey, smash the like button. I only see 67 there. There's 200 already, over 200 on the chat board. Let's go, man. We work hard for you. All we ask for you is to smash that like button. That really helps the algorithms going of it. Lee, how you doing, my man? You doing all right?
I'm good. Ready for another crazy Sunday. A lot of late scratches going to affect some of these games.
Yeah. Well, Dolphins game looks like the money's coming in on the Dolphins. I took actually the Dolphins -3.5. It's moved up to 4 now. Let's start off with that game. Where are you at with the Dolphins game today?
I don't know how you picked the Jets. I mean, what were they doing thinking of trading, not just picking up off the trash heap, trading for Joe Flacco? Joe Flacco was done like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It reminds me of watching like a boxer or a UFC fighter. Once they get to 40, 41, 42, they're done. So what happens is their reflexes are gone. They look the same in the uniform, but they just can't get it done. So then May, their best safety, he's also done. I mean, with an Achilles injury, and he's a guy that's kind of kept it together. They've given up 175 points in 4 games. I think the Dolphins get, well, I can't say healthy, but they're gonna look like a semblance of what we hoped they could look like against the Jets. I mean, you got to be aggressive here. Speed up the game. So I don't understand why most teams don't do this more. If you have the better talent, why allow a team to have let's say 8, 9 possessions. You want 10, 11, 12 possessions. Speed up the game. I think Miami should win this game, something like 31-13.
Wow, I hope so. That would be fun. Not only a win, but an absolute thrashing of the Jets will be a lot of fun. By the way, just to have a little fun on this, I don't know if you agree with me here. You just talked about the safety being out, and so I went to go look at the props, and in the receiving yards, I took Gesicki over 52.5 yards. Do you agree or disagree on
It was
that?
over 52.5 for who?
For Mike Gesicki.
Probably, I would definitely lean the over there. The receivers should have big games. I mean, can we finally start pushing the ball down the field to Waddle? I mean,
Waddle's at 61.5 for this game today.
Could be a big. Sometimes it's high for a reason. So I think he has a big game here. They're cornerbacks, and without their star safety, well, semi-star safety, I think it's there for the picking.
All right, give me another game you like in this one. We'll try to find 2 more. Give me one more here. What's the next one?
I'm going to give you a game that everyone wants to see. It's Kansas City and Dallas. Okay. So I think it's going to be a track meet. I think both quarterbacks. I saw they throw for a combined. I think was it 500 yards or something like that, or 550. I mean, this should be a 47-40 final. Kansas City's defense has gotten a little bit better here in the last 5 weeks. Well, they were horrible. They've given up 78 points in the last 5 weeks, much improved. They got their best pass rusher back. Here's the problem for Dallas. You got to have 7 healthy bodies on the defensive line if you want to put some pressure on Mahomes. Without Randy Gregory, they are severely depleted rushing the passer. They got a big lead last week against Atlanta, who's horrible. Against Kansas City, it's not going to get that easy. I think they only have 5 sacks in their 4 road games. I like Kansas City to win this one here in a track meet, something like 47-40.
How much Tyron Smith are you putting into this equation? Because missing that dude is beastly.
I think it plays into it a little bit. Amari Cooper also out is you got to factor that in. You know, they keep talking about Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup is a third receiver. He's not a second receiver on any decent team. So, I mean, 2 great quarterbacks. Dak is hot right now. Those 2 running backs, that tandem is scary good running and catching the ball out of the backfield. So that could be a fun game. I probably lean to Kansas City in the feature game, maybe of the week or the month there. Another couple quick games. You want to take a look at a team that might be able to upset Tennessee here is Houston. They're getting 9.5, 10 points. Tennessee, now, most teams' yards per play are 5.2, 5.3, 5.4, in that range.
Right.
So the worst team is Chicago. The 2 weeks that they were without Henry, Tennessee, 3.5 and 4.7 yards per play. Kind of tells you they're on a.
You mean Ryan Tannehill can't elevate people? Shocker.
Well,
what a shocker.
partially it's him, but the receivers aren't healthy. That's part of it. And, you know, it's a lot easier to throw the ball when you got Derrick Henry sitting behind you. So that's the one guy I honestly, you think about, oh, okay, I'm 58 years old. I don't, if I was to tackle Ezekiel Elliott, okay, wouldn't be thrilled. Derrick Henry, if you talk about tackling that guy, he's like 6'2", 6'2.5", 235, 240. When he lifts those knees, you're going to.
He ain't no 235, 240.
No, he's 250. And sprinter speed, too. So when he hits you, you're seeing a real steep downward. Also, McNichol, their best running back out of the backfield, is going to be out for this game. So I like Houston here plus the 10 points.
Wow.
So that's one of the other ones I'm looking at. Maybe Chicago getting points. I just think that Justin Fields is I wouldn't say the green light's on, but him and Cole Kmet starting to develop a real nice chemistry there. I think they're going to be able to run the ball some in that game. I've been telling people since the start of the season, Baltimore is not that good a team. I mean, you look at the talent. Lamar Jackson's great. Andrews, really good tight end. On the defense, Humphreys is good. A couple good defensive linemen. That's it. I mean, look at the grades on most of their players.
Yeah, their secondary is terrible. It's brutal.
Horrible. And their linebackers, they were even switching around linebackers 3-4 weeks ago because certain linebackers couldn't play in certain coverages. I mean, they switched their cornerbacks. Humphreys is almost always to the wide side or guarding the best receiver. You will never see him on the short side or against the second or third receiver. They're trying to limit damage. So I think Chicago at home might be the play, even though the lines come down to 4. Anything between 4 and 5 is a dead number. Totally dead. 3 obviously is the biggest key number in the NFL. So I like the Bears there also.
All right, Lee, if they want to get more information, because you do it all, baseball, basketball, hockey, college football, you name it, Paramount Sports, what do they got to do?
Go to the website, ParamountSports.com. You can pick up any sport you want. We have a combo pack, all 4 sports. Football through the end of the month, college and pro. Basketball, college and NBA. Hockey, I'm number 1 in the world. You can go to covers.com, put my name, and put last 365 days. They've got 37 handicappers. I'm tripling the next closest guy. And then UFC, we've dominated. In UFC, I have a former fighter who makes my selections with me. $297. That you're going to get 10 days of action. $297, all 4 sports. That's 45, 55 plays. ParamountSports.com or call 800-400-9741.
He's the best. Follow him on Twitter at Paramount Sports. Go to ParamountSports.com. Lee, much love, my brother. Enjoy the football Sunday.
See you, baby.
Got it. There you go. That's a sweet mashup shirt, too. All right. Hour number 1 is done. Hour number 2 from Sports Grill on Bird Road is next.
This is the Big O Show.
Sports fans love a place with great food, cold drinks, and TVs everywhere. That's why sports fans love Sports Grill and their 7 amazing locations. Check out the Bird Road location at 11481 Southwest 40th Street in the back corner of the West Bird Shopping Center. Sports Grill is also now offering some great employment opportunities. All kinds of positions are now available from kitchen to hosting. Call for more information at 305-485-8845. From wraps to salads to amazingly delicious specialty dishes, Sports Grill is the home to the legendary special grilled wings. Since 1987, Sports Grill, good food, good drink, and good friends.
It's the Big O Show. Judge, you tuned in to the hottest sports radio.
When you need your warehouse looking good while staying efficient, there's only one place to find the finest racks in the business. Pallet Rack City in Hialeah. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547. Pallet Rack City is the company you need when you want your warehouse sporting the finest racks in the business. After all, who doesn't love a great rack? Pallet Rack City. 305-424-8547. That's 305-424-8547.
Orlando, a.k.a. the Big O. He covers all the South Florida teams.
For over 16 years, EJDConstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDConstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDConstruction.com.
Dolphins to the heat, well, you know what I mean. Monday to Friday, lollipop blow in the...
There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchase with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing that personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
Show on the radio, the top's where we gonna go. Miami, that's the way we roll.
Folks, you can support the hardest working sports talk show in South Florida through Cash App or Venmo. Just search Cash Big O Show. Support us through Cash App or Venmo. Cash Big O Show. We thank you for your incredible support.
On the morning show, we go. No one has a similar show. Talk sports, talk plays, talk.
If you're a Miami sports fan, then there's only one store to go to, and that's Caneswear at Miami Fanwear in Davie. They're your one-stop shop for all your inner Miami CF, Canes, Dolphins, Panthers, and Marlins merchandise. They have hats, t-shirts, game day jerseys, and so much more. Located at 2511 South University Drive in Davie, and open 24/7 online at caneswear.com or innermiamiwear.com. Call them at 954-835-5597. Caneswear, the spot where inner Miami and all Miami sports fans shop.
Live and direct, because nobody do it better than Big O in the set. From sunrise, listen live.
When you're ready to purchase a new home or refinance the one you have, American Dream Lending will make sure your loan experience is easy with fast approvals and quick closings. With many loan programs and competitive rates, now is the time to turn your dreams into reality. Ask about special financing for veterans. They never charge an application fee, and you will work directly with one of their experienced loan professionals. Stop dreaming and contact American Dream Lending today, 786-802-1727, or online at adreamlending.com. The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyAccess.com, Media Group Inc., ownership, management, sponsors, or website.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
Alrighty, we are back, baby. We are back. What a beautiful Sunday this is, because Crow is up 31, almost 32%. It's up to 71 cents. Damn, that thing is climbing, bro. Crow is climbing, baby. 71 cents. My God, it's going to be up to $1 soon. I mean, this is just absolutely amazing by Crypto.com. What a run by them, dude. That is just absolutely impressive. Anyway, welcome back. Don't forget, folks, you can make a donation to Cash App or Venmo. That's Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show. Help us out and help us grow every single day here on the program as we try to better the program for all of you out there. Hour number 2, we get you ready for a little Dolphins and Jets. I am psyched for this game. It's fun because we're having fun now watching a team actually play better football right now. The quarterback is healthy. We don't have to deal with Jabroni Brissett anymore. Now you get Tua back, and now Tua had 10 days to rest. Somebody wanted a deep ball. Well, you got a deep shot last week, 45 yards with a fractured finger. So, I mean, he can throw the deep ball, but let's get him an offensive line and a running game, and we'll start seeing a much better quarterback with the Miami Dolphins. And to me, that's what Tua adds to this game. You have a real quarterback that's able to run the offense for you. And that defense, okay, that has been worth the price of admission the last 2 weeks. If you have to pay to go see the Miami Dolphins, if I can watch that defense play, I can have some fun. I can enjoy myself. You know what I'm saying? I love that defense. I love and we were all wondering, where was it all year long, right? And finally, the last couple of weeks, we've watched the amoeba, we've watched the attacking style defense, and they've picked apart the last 2 quarterbacks. And I know 2 weeks ago it wasn't pretty with the whole Houston situation, but last week was a masterpiece. And while you're not facing a great quarterback right now, this isn't the Flacco that was with the Baltimore Ravens and was on a roll at that time and was young. And well, I believe he threw 11 touchdowns, no interceptions in that playoff run, which was just an amazing playoff run by him. Kudos to him at that time for doing what he did. But, honestly, we're talking about a guy that is past his prime, okay? Way past his prime now. He should not be, let's say, dominating this game or creating the kind of havoc that you can't overcome as a team. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully this will, settle down, just like my camera. Hopefully it'll settle down a little bit here and we'll figure this thing out. I don't know. No, no, that's the part right there because it's not there. Okay. No, now what? The hat's out now? No, no, okay. But the defense has been the reason why this thing has been absolutely awesome the last couple of weeks. It's been fun. It's been the thing that we've been looking forward to all year long is watching this defense. Now, if you can actually fix the O-line and you can get the O-line to actually block and give to a time, then we're going to have the perfect scenario out there. You know what I mean? I still don't think you're going to have the kind of running game you need in order to succeed, but I just you give me that defense, and for me, that's must-see TV. And you give me that defense, I don't believe Flacco is going to be able to take advantage of the Dolphin defense if you're able to attack him. I think you're going to make him uncomfortable. I think you're going to watch Joe Flacco throw the ball away a lot today. I think you're going to watch Joe Flacco make a mistake today. And as I told Joe Shad, I wouldn't be surprised if Flacco doesn't finish this game, because they're going to find out that his lack of mobility with this defense attacking him is going to be a problem for them right now. And so then they're going to have to get in the younger guy, but the younger guy is going to struggle with all the different looks. So then that'll be to Miami's advantage. That's why I kind of like the under for Joe Flacco here, because I don't think he's going to have the kind of success that some may think he may have today, or he might get lucky and get a couple of big plays or something. This is not the Flacco from 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago that had a wicked arm and had a little mobility back there and was able to react a little quicker and could just unload a 70-yard cannon and complete passes downfield. This is not the guy. That guy's gone. It's what Joe Shad said. This is a guy that 3 years ago he was, over the hill, and now they've got him still on that roster and starting, and they made a move for him, which makes zero sense to make a move for a guy like that. Big O Flacco is Bledsoe and Osweiler 2.0 at this point. Yes, you're right. I mean, Bledsoe was a decent quarterback in his day. I was never a big Bledsoe fan because I always felt Bledsoe was the guy that if you pressured him, he kind of would, give the ball away at times. So I never looked at him as a clutch player, Bledsoe, no matter how talented, how gifted he was, the height, the arm, all that. Yeah, he had his share of success and he was decent at times, but he was one of those guys that I never felt comfortable with. Osweiler, as if any of you have followed my career for a long time, I liked him as a project coming out in the third round out of Arizona State, but he showed some signs early on in Denver, but after that, he never really could never take that next step. And he was a disaster after that. And Flacco definitely looks like he's not as bad as Osweiler yet. Osweiler ended up being really, really bad, dude. But what's it called? But Bledsoe, yeah, he kind of reminds me of an old Bledsoe in a way. He does. And I think Miami can take advantage of that. I really can. I really feel like they can force Flacco into at least 1 to 2 interceptions in this game. X doesn't get a lot of interceptions. So maybe he'll, this year at least. So hopefully he'll pick up an interception today, or maybe, who knows, Byron Jones certainly doesn't get many interceptions. Maybe he picks up an interception today, but I can see one of the DBs for the Dolphins at least picking up an interception today. I can see that. Dr. Mario says Flacco tends to destroy us even here. He got dominated last year, dude. What are you talking about? They kicked his ass last year. And again, you're going with old Baltimore and Flacco. That's not the Flacco you got. And I guess you have short-term memory, which most people do. But go look at the numbers last year with Flacco against the Dolphins. You'll see that he was killed last year. Wish crowd happy Thanksgiving. Let's thank Stephen Ross for continuing 30 years of Finn's irrelevance. And those horrible wimpy blue uniforms kick Jets' ass and all good. Let's see. Hallie says famous last words. Here comes Flacco. Let's see. Flacco quick short. He's gonna have to go with quick short passes because they're gonna attack him. Rosendo says for Flores to have a positive evaluation, Tua needs to have an impact the rest of the season. Yeah, it's just hard with that line. But he's done all right. He's overcome some of that bum-ass line at times. Flacco is more like Jay Cutler and Josh Rosen 2.0. Yeah, that's pretty good. Flacco didn't even want to be there. Let's get this streak moving, says Daryl. There you go. I like it. Let's get the smashes going, dude. We're not even over 100. We have 300 people on the chat board. Let's go, folks. Do it for Sean. Okay, let's go. Hit the like button for Sean Stanley, who works his ass off every day for you guys, putting together the podcast, slicing it up with a Ginsu knife, giving you all the individual segments, right? And then he works the video end of it. And if you see all the video that goes on, the best ofs over the weekend, you get your Heat press conferences from last night, the Panther press conferences, Inter Miami press conferences, Miami Dolphin press conferences. Nobody's working harder than Sean Stanley, folks. So for the love of Sean Stanley, make sure you smash that like button, okay? We got 300 people watching. We should have 300 likes right now. All right? It's so important. You have no idea how much that gets the algorithms going, and more Dolphin fans will find out about the show, and the family will grow. Good afternoon, sir. So it's a beautiful thing. So come on, man. Let's go. Hit that like button. It is very, very, very important. Pablo Astudillo says, I think that the Finns must make a statement today, put 40 on them and cut loose them dogs. Well, Pablo, I don't know much about a statement, but what you do with the win is the fan base starts to feel a little bit better about the situation. We know it's not the answer. We know it's not the season we wanted. We know that. But at least 3 in a row starts to feel a little better. And you've lost to some of these teams this year that you should have beaten. This is one of those teams you should beat. You're better than the Jets right now. Go out and prove it. You lose a game like this, it just kind of takes the wind out of your sails, and it just doesn't create the kind of confidence that you want. And not that we're all going to feel confident, because those of you that are not Tua believers, it doesn't matter what the kid does today, you're probably not going to be convinced, right? And if you're not a Flores guy, which I've kind of gotten off the Flores bandwagon because the man can't build a staff. If you can't build a staff, you can't be a head coach. I don't know. It's pretty simple. It's not really that hard to actually figure that out. If you can't build a staff, there's no way you can be a head coach. And so that's my problem with him. So it may not matter what happens in the sense of some of the individuals, whether it's Greer, whether it's Flo, whether it's Tua, because we have Dolphin fans that have quit on one, 2 of them, or all of them. You know what I'm saying? But at least a win today makes you feel a little better about the direction overall, the talent overall. That's the other thing that's happened the last 2 weeks here. Okay. The last 2 weeks, we're now watching more and more of the defensive players develop. Really, the only guy that isn't developing is Iggy, because he isn't playing. He doesn't have a starting spot because they have 2 starting, corners. And I'm sure one of them will not be here next year. And then Iggy will get an opportunity to finally, go out there on a consistent basis and go prove himself and see if he can prove himself to play in this league. And we'll find out. Next year is the year for for Noah Igbenogany. Okay? There's no doubt in my mind. I bet you people tried to trade for the guy, even in the trading deadline, because they probably could have gotten low-hanging fruit. And they were probably offering fourth and fifth rounders for a guy that has first-round talent, but he hasn't shown you anything, and he's looked like a complete bust right now. But if you're the Dolphins, it's kind of like what I told you about crypto. You bought it on a parabolic run, right? But now it came crashing down. Well, you don't sell and lose money. No, you hang on. You already lost, right? Wait for it to bounce back. So, and then when it does bounce back, then you're making money again. Well, we'll find out if the Dolphins are going to make any money next year. We're going to find out if that coin called Noah Igbenogany, which then crashed and consolidated on a floor now, right? See if it can make that climb back up again. We'll find out next year. But a win goes far in at least, instilling some confidence, because you're feeling better about Jalen Phillips now. You're feeling better about Brandon Jones now. You're feeling even better about Javon Holland now. You know what I'm saying? So you start to look at some of the defensive players. And even on the offensive side, Gesicki performs in spite of the crap that's around him. Jalen Waddle performs in spite of the crap around him. Tua at times is performing in spite of the crap around him, but your offensive line is not. So it's funny that you start looking at it going, well, wait a minute. If most of the defensive players are starting to develop, Van Ginkel now is showing up again, which he showed up the first 2 years. Now it's starting to look a little bit more. So now you're seeing not all, but most of the defensive players that you drafted, they're starting to improve. You have to start to feel like, okay, wait a minute. Maybe the personnel decisions weren't that bad. It's just kind of coaching that's holding them down, which is something that I've talked about for several weeks now. And I know I'm labeled the homer, that I'm Chris Greer's cheerleader and all that stuff, and that I don't want to fire anybody in the personnel department, and and a lot of you are on the trip it's personnel. I'm not. I think the Flo has failed to add real coaches that help develop their personnel. That's my thoughts on it. And if you start looking at what's going on the last 2 weeks, it's starting to look like they don't have the right coaches in place in certain spots. So that's winning will start to kind of open things up a little bit. It'll start to clarify some of these things. And you're starting to see that maybe some of these draft picks were fine. It's just the problem is your offensive line is just completely underperforming. And maybe it's coaching. Maybe if you get a real offensive line coach, maybe you'll find out that 2 or 3 of these guys can actually play. Not all 5, but maybe 2 or 3 can actually play. And then you're going to say, well, that's all right. And all of a sudden, the picks start to look a little better. Tyler Van Dyke looks good. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He dropped some cannons yesterday, dude. Absolute cannons. Let's see. What do we have here? Word on the street. Brian Flores calling the plays on defense and offense now. Yeah, well, the street is kind of stupid, Henrik. So if you want to listen to the street, that's like getting your information from Facebook. So if you want to get your information from Facebook or word on the street, then yeah. Usually the people on the street know nothing. Let's see. We ought to have a new vet OC and vet O-line. O-line, you need a veteran offensive line coach. Gregory says Riot Mara seems to do very well in the portfolio. Yes, if you're losing, because it will zoom up eventually. Riot Mara. I don't know what that is. I don't know what Riot Mara is. I've never heard of that coin, my brother. I don't know anything about it. So Dean Brown says, did Flo put together a crappy staff on defense? I don't know. Because he's coaching the defense. So maybe Josh Boyer can call a defense. He has, remember, you can tell that he's not calling all the plays because He doesn't have the headset, and he's not calling every play on the headset like that. He's got the headset and only using it when he needs to communicate something every once in a while, and he's going to have the offensive and defensive cards in his pocket because he has to see what's being called because he's hearing it like every head coach. So, but he's not really calling all the plays. Now, on defense, did he help design the defense and what to call in certain scenarios? That he probably did. And Boyer's calling those things that they talked about prior on the different scenarios that come up. So Flo didn't put a look. The bottom line is Flo cannot put together a good coaching staff. That's it. And it's not so much that Flo's a terrible coach or anything like that. He is terrible at challenges that he has kind of shown to be. But if you can't build a staff, you can't be a head coach. That's just the bottom line. You have to build a good staff every year because you're going to lose people all the time. Do you think Flo is channeling Belichick and therein lies his failure? I agree with you that coaching is abysmal. Go out and get the best position coaches available. Yeah, but they obviously don't want to work with him. So he has to settle for young guys, high school guys, all of that, because he has no Rolodex. He knows nobody. That's the problem. A vet OC would get good offensive coaches. No, it's the head coach that gets your offensive coaches, my brother. So having a vet OC doesn't mean you're going to get a good O-line coach. And having and being on the hot seat in your fourth year also is not going to help. Riot and Mara are crypto stocks. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't do stocks, bro. Yeah, I don't do stocks. I got out of the stock market. But stocks that are involved in crypto, that might be actually a good idea. Big O, El Salvador president is building a Bitcoin city. Have you heard about that? El Salvador's smart, man. They have no money, no currency in their country. So they picked up Bitcoin, which is really, really smart on their end. And you're going to see a lot of countries like this do that because eventually, it was funny listening to Lying Hillary, and she's complaining about cryptocurrency, taking over and maybe weakening the dollar and all that. And it's like, well, you idiots weaken the dollar. Biden giving away money like it's candy does not help. Allowing people to just collect unemployment for months and months and months and not contribute. Meanwhile, we have business owners all across the country that we can't blame businesses now for bad service. You know that, right? How many businesses have enough employees? It's like I feel terrible for every employee I run into in the service industry because it's like you look at them and you see that they're overworked, dude. All of them. And so this is what crypto's going to do. It's the hedge against inflation. Because if you don't take care of your own dollar because you treat it like crap and then it's worthless, that's our fault? No, that's your fault. So now you see Hillary and all these idiots that want to control our money and want to control what we do. And they want to make sure they control who gets the loans and who doesn't. DeFi and crypto is going to abolish all of that. It's going to give us the power to control everything, which is a lot better than the government controlling our interests and ruining them. This will actually motivate them to fix themselves, or they will be left out on the cold. That's what's going to end up happening. So that's why they're so threatened by it, because they know it makes sense and it brings balance to the world and it brings advantages to us, which we don't have any advantages when our governments are destroying our currencies. Okay? Because they mismanage it with all the BS that they're dealing with. Republicans, Democrats, independents, whatever, I don't care. They all have their own interests and they all care about something, not the human being. So there you go. That's my 2-minute rant. Bigger, do you think Ross is really a genius and he's pulling Flo in there to build a defense, and then he switches to offensive coach, later keeps the good defense and has a great Super Bowl run. Curtis, brother, I don't know what you're drinking this morning, but no, has nothing to do with that. Bottom line is you have a head coach that can't build a coaching staff, unfortunately. And if Flo can't build a coaching staff, you need to get rid of him. That's all. It's pretty simple. There's no reason to keep Flo anymore. There just isn't. You know, anybody that thinks he's going to, figure it out in year 4? If you couldn't figure out the first 3 years? The core success in a company's franchise of pro sports, Big O, is people, personality, skills. Yeah, that's the other thing that Flo is showing me. His personality, his skills for handling people may not be a good one. Bro, Crow is booming. Yes, it is, Diego. Yes, it is. That's why I'm a happy man. That's why I've been able to handle the Dolphin season a little better because of crypto this year. Gregory says, man, you're so right about Biden. I can't find any workers in HVAC. We're worn out. You're right. I don't come. I everywhere I go, if I get poor service or something, I look around for a moment and I study it and I see every business is struggling with getting enough employees. Every business, dude. If you happen to have a business and you have enough employees, you are so fortunate. And, you know, like, if anybody, like people that are holding up signs in the middle of the street, you know, like, I need work, like, you're a liar, bro. There's jobs everywhere, bro. Everywhere. So give me a break. Don't tell me that I can't find a job. What's up, baby? So, you know, it's just nuts, man. Tell you. So it just whatever. Crypto's not just the future, it's the now. Well, Keith, you and I are smart enough to know that. That's Keith Sims there chiming in, former Dolphin great on the chat board. You know, Keith, you and I know because we're taking advantage of it. We understand. You know what I mean? That's the funny part. That 95% of the world does not know what you and I know. And they're not learning how to take advantage of it. You know what I mean? Like what you did recently, I did like yesterday. Just you know, you go buy I went to buy a burrito at Chipotle, right? And then I bought some dinner later on in the evening, and I bought a CD on Amazon. I bought all of that with my crypto.com Visa card, which then I ended up getting free Crow. Okay? And the Crow they gave me yesterday was in the 50s. Now it's in the 70s. So the Crow they gave me yesterday is already more valuable today. And so that, you know, with the crypto, I always tell you guys about the Visa card with crypto.com, right? And you stake Crow and you'll get the interest, and then you'll also stake your other coins and you'll earn interest there. And then on top of that, when you use the Visa card, I mean, the second you use your Visa card, within seconds they're depositing more Crow in your wallet. You get paid bonus Crow for something you were going to buy anyway. That's it. He's Sean's about to tell me a mic I need for my laptop, so when I'm on the road to do shows, right? Because at the end of the month, I'm going to go to the Genesis concert in Cleveland, and I'm going to do a show. There he is. I'm going to do a show that morning, and I need a mic. Well, you know, that mic is probably going to cost me, I don't know, $70, $100, $150. I'm going to buy it with my Visa card, my Crow Visa card, and then immediately I'm going to get 2% back in Crow. So I'm just going to keep growing my bag of Crow throughout all of this. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of part of the thing. I'm telling you guys, man. You guys are, yes, Promar, yes, that is the great Keith Sims on the chat board. Yes, the former Miami Dolphin great. He is a friend. And we had him on the show last week anyways. By the way, Keith, I have to send you a specific link for our NFTs, because we can't use our crypto wallets on Crow. It has to be a Polygon wallet. I'll send you the link, bro. I just opened it this morning. And again, we are going to have Mr. Chiswick the CEO of OK Coins, Wednesday at noon here on the program. All right. All right, let's do this. We got a guest that is stopping by here with us at Sports Grill. Eve Sham, baby. Yes, sir. American Dream Lending. Go to the website, americandreamlending.com. How you feeling, Eves?
Good, Big O. How about yourself?
I'm feeling good, bro. We're 2-0 here. So we're looking to go 3-0 and get this ball rolling, baby.
I definitely think they're putting something special on the special grill wings down here at the Sports Grill on Sundays. Because like you said, we are 2-0 so far.
Amazing.
Today we're at the Jets, the 2-7 Jets, and I think we're going to be 3-0 by the end of the day, Big O.
Me too. Well, I even bet on the Dolphins today. Laid the 3.5. I feel comfortable with that. I think they're going to end up kicking some serious butt. And you went live last week to the Baltimore game, so you got to see the boys.
We were live at the Baltimore game, yeah, and it was one hell of a game. The crowd just really got into it the entire game.
Of course.
The stadium was jumping. Everybody was out because we were playing under the lights.
Right.
And, we came out with the win against a very, very good Baltimore Ravens team.
Yeah.
Which is very impressive.
Oh, man. It was the way they shut down Lamar and kept him in check. They didn't let him run because that, as you know, you let him run, he runs like a deer. That guy's impossible to catch. You know what I'm saying? And the way they were able to corral him, because it's kind of like a disciplined pass rush. You have to attack him, but you have to make sure you attack him through each gap that he can sneak out of, and and force him into being a passer. And he's not a passer. You know what I mean? He's an athlete that can make some passes, but he's not. Like, if you would have done that to Aaron Rodgers or to Russell Wilson or to Mahomes last week, Dolphins lose by 30 that game.
Oh, yeah.
Because those are real passers.
Exactly.
Like Marino. You used to blitz Marino. It was like, oh, you're going to blitz me?
No problem.
Yeah, it's over. That kind of stuff. So it was one of those deals. Those kind of passers, they want you to blitz them because they know exactly where the open guy is. Today, we're in New York. We're playing the human Statue of Liberty and Joe Flacco.
Definitely are.
So we got to take advantage of it, man.
We definitely do. And I think, against these Jets, we're taking them down. We're going to be 3-0 at the end of the day.
And 3-0 here at Sports Grill.
3-0 here at Sports Grill. Another thing, too, I wanted to mention about the game against Baltimore, one of the great things that all of our Dolphins were doing, we're letting the Lamar fans and the Raven fans know.
Oh, yeah, there was a lot of them, too.
This young man, he's a Miami Dolphins fan. He's a local guy.
Right.
He grew up in the area. He grew up idolizing Dan Marino, as we all did as young kids. I don't care what anybody says. This guy's a Miami guy. We let him know. He came home to his home, and he couldn't put on a show at his home. He just couldn't do it.
Hey, by the way, it was just nice. You know why? Because I'm tired of losing to the Ravens, too. That's the thing, man. We used to get our butts kicked all the time with the Ravens. Last week, it was so nice to hand a butt whooping.
Yeah, I mean, we get our butts kicked in the Ravens when we have a stellar team.
I know. Yeah, exactly.
We're in playoff contention and we're losing to the Ravens.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
To pick up that win under the lights on a Thursday night, that was big for Flores, big for the entire team, and I think they're just going to carry it out through the rest of the season and into next season.
Let's hope so, man. We need that. By the way,
I feel it.
as you can feel it, Eves is a big Miami Dolphin fan. So for all of you out there, for you Miami Dolphin fans, if you're looking for a mortgage, you want to redo it right now, take advantage, get better rates, lower that monthly payment, or maybe you've got a lot of equity because a lot of our homes have gone up in value. You want to eliminate some of those credit cards, consolidate your bills, all of those kind of things. Or maybe you're about to buy a new home or condo and you need to get that mortgage done. Eves, tell them about it, man. Tell them what they take advantage of it.
Right now, rates are still extremely low, historically low. They're never going to be this low again. We're going into the holiday season. It's a perfect time to refinance. You get started now. You're closing by Christmas, you're skipping your December payment, you're skipping your January payment.
Love it. Wow.
Your first payment of the year is in February. I mean, what more can you ask for?
And usually that's the roughest time for all of us because we're recovering from all the money we spent in Thanksgiving and the holidays.
Exactly. This is going to give you a breather. This is going to allow you to give those credit cards a break so you don't start 2022 drowning in credit card debt from the holidays.
And by the way, you can call them right now, 305-992-5218, 305-992-5218. Write it down on your cell phone, 305-992-5218. You call Eves, you can talk Dolphins, and of course, you can get your mortgage. And listen, if you're getting the runaround from a current mortgage company and they're not giving you the service, you want real service? Call American Dream Lending. AmericanDreamLending.com is the website.
Oh, yeah. We'll answer the phone on
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah, I know. I know that.
Answer. You may hear
That's
Harley
the owner's
rumbling in the background, but you will get an answer on a Sunday without any issue whatsoever.
Yes.
So that's definitely going to happen.
So make sure you call them. What kind of programs are people taking advantage of right now?
Right now, I mean, refinancing. A lot of people are consolidating debt.
Okay. Yeah.
A lot of people are taking advantage of the appreciation and the equity, whether they're looking to, build a pool. Some people are buying investment properties, purchasing second homes and turning them into vacation rentals, because that's really huge right now in the area. Throughout South Florida, anywhere up and down the East West Coast where you're close to a beach, the Keys, Marathon, smoking hot right now with the short-term vacation rentals.
Wow.
So we see a lot of people that have equity that, are making plans to use that equity in order to build financial wealth for their family and their future generations, and right now is a good time to take advantage of it because money is never going to be this cheap again.
And I hate to be the negative Nelly, but I'm just being realistic. I think we're going to be facing some inflation issues coming up next year in 2022. I think it's going to be more on the third and fourth quarters, actually, that it's really going to affect a lot of the crap that we've done here over the last year or what's gone on with the government giving away all this money and all that. So I think it's going to catch up to us next year. You may want to consolidate now and get rid of all of those bills to try to make your life a little. I'm just saying, man, just in case it does happen, which I'm afraid of. That's why I'm trying to prepare as much on the crypto side as much as possible to hedge against inflation. But I'm just saying, it's just something we got to look for. Got to look at,
and if you wait until the third or fourth quarter of next year and this does happen, we have these inflationary issues. You're going to be coming to me to consolidate debt, except you're going to be at a 4.25 or a 4.5 instead of at a 2.9 or at 3%. So that makes a huge difference when you're financing hundreds of thousands of dollars.
The government's got to pay back those bonds, and that's how they do it.
Yeah, that's exactly how it's going to go down.
I know how it goes down, and it's just it's tough, man. It's tough. So call them 305-992-5218. The website is adreamlending.com. adreamlending.com. Call my man Eves. He will take care of you. Call him right now. Call him before the game. Make an appointment for next week, for tomorrow. He'll take care of you.
Give us a call. I want to give out a quick shot to a couple listeners,
Let's do it, baby.
Daniel Barroso, one of the realtors locally in the area, helping folks out to get into homes. We're working with some first-time home buyers with him, and he's doing an excellent job. I mean, if you guys need a realtor, check this guy out. He's a huge fan of the Big O Show.
Nice.
And a huge Dolphin fan. Lives locally right here in the 954. And want to say shout out to my buddies, Edward Harvin, Dax Cabrera. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for listening to the Big O Show. Let's beat these Jets.
Let's do it, baby. He's much love, brother. Thank you for taking care of all of us out here in South Florida, man.
Thanks for having me on the show on a Sunday.
Always, baby. Always. You got it. We'll do it next Sunday.
I'm down. Let's do it.
Thank you, Eves. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
There you go. Eves Sham, baby. American Dream Lending, adreamlending.com. Great people. They will take care of you, man. I'm telling you. All right, let's take a really quick break here. Back in 1 minute. Let me rest the voice here 1 minute so we can head down the home stretch.
This is the Big O Show.
There's no need to drive around South Florida wasting valuable time looking for a new or certified pre-owned Acura. Go to the #1 volume sales dealership in the Southeast United States. Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. Purchase with pace and space in a dealership tailored to your needs. From home buying to providing that personal touch. Contact the 2020 Satisfaction Award winner Craig Zinn's Acura of Pembroke Pines. 888-776-5123. That's 888-776-5123. Or visit them at 15601 Pines Boulevard in Pembroke Pines.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
Sports fans love a place with great food, cold drinks, and TVs everywhere. That's why sports fans love Sports Grill and their 7 amazing locations. Check out the Bird Road location at 11481 Southwest 40th Street in the back corner of the West Bird Shopping Center. Sports Grill is also now offering some great employment opportunities. All kinds of positions are now available from kitchen to hosting. Call for more information at 305-485-8845. From wraps to salads to amazingly delicious specialty dishes, Sports Grill is the home to the legendary special grilled wings. Since 1987, Sports Grill, good food, good drink, and good friends.
This is the Big O Show.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc., ownership, management, sponsors, or website.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
We back. Headed down the home stretch, getting ready for the game. Come on out, man. 11481 Southwest 40th Street and Bird Road. Sports Grill, come on by and say hi. We'll be out here all day. We'll have Flo's press conference, by the way, after the game. We'll have Tua's press conference after the game, and maybe any other players that talk. We'll have all of that for you there. It's a beautiful thing. Let's see again. Do you realize firing Flo means the defense changes? Mike, it doesn't matter what the defense changes or not, my brother. If the head coach can't build a staff, you can't win. Do you understand that? So you can't hire a CEO if he can't build a staff and find the right managers, the right general managers, the right managers, then the right employees. You can't. Sorry. You can't own Sports Grill if you don't have the right managers in each of your stores, and that those managers have the power and they know how to hire the right people to serve the food. And if you lose a cook, you got to go find another good cook. Can't be the general manager of a Sports Grill if you can't do that. You can't be the principal of a high school if you can't replace your math teachers after they leave, your science teachers, somebody. There's going to be elevation. There's going to be firings. There's going to be changes in every business. And every leader of every business has to have the eye to be able to find the next cook, the next mail carrier, the next, I don't care what it is. You're at a nail salon. You can't run a nail salon if you don't have 3 or 4 men or women that know how to do the job, right? And then when you lose one of your manicurists who happens to be exceptional and has great, rapport with his or her clients and all that stuff, And now you lose that person. You need to find another manicurist. And one maybe that not only is good physically, but also is good socially with your clients. You know what I'm saying? This is all part of business. It doesn't matter what it is. You cannot lead a law firm if you cannot have the right partners and then get the right associates and build your law firm. If you hire one crappy lawyer after another crappy lawyer after another crappy lawyer, how's your law firm going to work out? Not very good, right? So you've got to go out and try to find the highest rated graduate from this law school and that law school and that law school and try to bring them in because you feel these are the people that can be building blocks for your business. This is in every walk of life. Being a boss, you have to be able to replace somebody and replace them with somebody that's just as good or maybe just a notch under, but with time can become just as good or better. Okay? All you got to do is look at QAM 10 years ago, right? When I was there with Mandich and Neil and Hank and yada, 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 and then go look at QAM now. Not to take a shot at anybody, but I'm just saying. Okay? So as you lose employees or fire them or whatever it is, it's your job to try to maintain by hiring and finding people of the same talent. They clearly haven't been able to do that. Flo cannot be a head coach if he cannot build a staff. Okay? Because you're going to continually lose people and you've got to replace them. This guy can't even build one good staff. Good head coaches have to build good staffs over and over and over again. Do we ever talk about Eric Spoelstra having a bad coaching staff? No. Because he finds them and replaces them with other people that can do the job. Mike Flash says, we ain't doing law. Mike, you're not very bright if you don't understand my point, my brother. Big O, can't agree with you on this one with the Flo firing. Okay, that's fine. You can agree or disagree. What you can't disagree and you have no argument is Flo can't build the staff, Thomas. So you tell me, how do you keep somebody around that can't build a staff? So is American Dream Lending going to stay in business if they don't have the right employees in place? No. There's a reason why Eves has had a lot of success, because he's not by himself, right? He's got several people working with him because he can't do all the work, right? So that's how you get somewhere. Any business, I don't care what it is, dude. You're running Apple, you're running a restaurant, you're running a mortgage company, you're running a football team. You got to learn how to hire the right employees. And if you don't know how to hire the right employees, then you cannot run that business. So it doesn't matter what it is. So that's where, people like, who was it that said that disagreed with me? If I tell you, Thomas, if I tell you, okay, you disagree with me, well, then give me the facts, dude. So you're going to continue to hire someone that can't build a staff. How does that make any sense? Explain that one to me. You can't. So there you go. Big O, I agree. You can build culture, but not a coaching staff. Your players will never excel. It's just the way it is. Sorry, Big O, but I disagree. You don't even have a solution. Yeah, I do. You get a veteran coach. I already gave you the solution. You get a veteran coach that's been there already, and they can build a staff. That's a veteran coach that can go out and get a veteran offensive line coach. and get an offensive coordinator. The offensive coordinator doesn't necessarily have to be a veteran. It could be somebody from college, because the college and the NFL game have intertwined so much that maybe you can get a good offensive mind from college, since you're going to run some of the stuff there through, you're going to run through a lot of college stuff. You know what I'm saying? So just because we lost 7 doesn't mean we have a bad staff. Really, dude? How come you have the 3 worst offensive linemen in the NFL? Do you really think all 3 guys are the worst in the NFL? Or is it because they have nobody coaching them? And then the offense is weak every week. Every week, they struggle to score 15 to 17 points. The offensive staff is the worst offensive staff in the history of the Miami Dolphins. And I've been watching the Miami Dolphins for 50 years now. Okay? This is the worst offensive staff ever. Ever. Yeah, well, anybody that's our problem. Now we have a lot of people calling plays. Well, that's because your head coach decided 3 people should be in a discussion for offensive coordinator. That's, Will says you can't build a staff if you're a lame duck. Either give Flo 2 to 3 years or completely reset. After all this started as rebuild, I'm tired of Miami changing underwear every year. Well, yeah, but keeping around the same person doesn't really make any sense, So, and he goes, and you want to hire a new rookie? Yeah, like Joe Brady, like the LSU guy that they hired with Carolina. Yeah, that's what I would do. Yeah, somebody like that. I didn't say you have to do it. I say you can do something like that. You can get a good offensive coordinator from college, but the O-line coach has to be an NFL grizzled veteran. That's what it has to be. It's the only way it works. Last 2 games don't make a season. Need to see a lot more. Well, we'll see. We shall see. We shall see. All right, we are going to wrap it up here. We're going to wrap it up here. We will see you in the post-game show. We will have Flo's press conference. We'll have Tua's press conference. And we will take your comments, all that good stuff. Remember, please smash the like button on your way out. Very important to smash the hell out of the like button. We picked it up a little bit, but not enough there. But I appreciate it. And remember, as always, you can make the donation through Cash App and Venmo. Cash Big O Show is the address. That's Cash Big O Show. Sean Stanley, thank you, sir. Excellent job by you. As always, we will see you post-game right here after the Dolphins crush the Jets.
This is the Big O Show.
Sports fans love a place with great food, cold drinks, and TVs everywhere. That's why sports fans love Sports Grill and their 7 amazing locations. Check out the Bird Road location at 11481 Southwest 40th Street in the back corner of the West Bird Shopping Center. Sports Grill is also now offering some great employment opportunities. All kinds of positions are now available, from kitchen to hosting. Call for more information at 305-485-8845. From wraps to salads to amazingly delicious specialty dishes, Sports Grill is the home to the legendary special grilled wings. Since 1987, Sports Grill, good food, good drink, and good friends.
It's the Big O Show. Judge, you tuned in to the hottest sports radio.